On this video, I teach you F2L, first two layers. Alright, today I want to teach you how to perform F2L, otherwise known as first two layers, and I absolutely believe it's a fundamental when speed cubing. Okay, so I went ahead and scrambled the cube, and I kind of got it to where it's just at the single cross. Obviously everything's, where it needs to be. So when I'm performing F2L, I'm not performing it, with this top cross facing up. I'm actually doing it facing down. It's just way easier for me to kind of pay attention to what's going on around me and not be distracted by this. It's more intuitive, and you'll start to learn how to perform this quicker. So with that said, let's kind of go into it. So first things first, some things to kind of keep note of is that when you're performing kind of an F2L move per se, one thing you want to avoid is this. So when you're trying to put, kind of pair, an edge with a corner, you don't want to have the white piece sticking out if your cross below is white. For all intents and purposes, I'm going to refer to this white as being this top layer. The reason why I say you don't want this to be up top, facing up, is when you go to put this piece in place. Let's say you're going to go down like that. It looks like it lines up there, but it's obviously, and you're not going to cheat and do that number, or actually it doesn't even work. In this case, you want to make sure that this piece is always facing either green or red, which is fine. In this case, green is facing up and the red is facing outward. So we know green is facing up and red is facing outward. So we know right away that I'm not going to be doing this because red would be facing up. Instead, I'm going to be bringing this down. So I'm going to be pulling this piece out and bringing it back up. So now I have the red and the green facing up and the white. And how to get this piece in is all I got to do is find out where my red and my green are. And a way to kind of figure out which side to put it on, how to get this piece ultimately right there, is the green's up top and then there's a green button right there. You go in the direction, if you're holding the cube like this, you're going to go in the direction of where your top color is. So in this case, I'm going to be bringing the greens over the green. Then I'm going to bring this piece up and sludge it down. So now I have this first solved, first two layer corner, and now it's on to the next. Now again, every time you solve an edge, you want to be mindful of the fact that it is solved. So in this case, I have another solved edge here, which kind of saves me some time. And it's actually above where I want it to be. So in this case, I'm going to be bringing this piece up and down. So now I've got two solved edges relatively effortlessly. So here's a good example about how to avoid this solved edge when you have pieces that need to be in place. If I were to go like this and move it out, I'm going to be removing that cube, removing that solved edge. So then instead, I want to bring this over to the to the unsolved edge side, because I need to basically bring this. I basically just swap these out. So I'm going to be bringing it down. So now that the blue piece is up here, I can bring it in, and now it's in place. Again, if you didn't see how I did that, if you don't remember, remember, I'm going to be going out to where the orange and the blue are. I'm going to be bringing the blue. See again, the solved edge over the blue. I'm going to be bringing this edge piece up and bringing it down. So now I've got three completely solved edges, leaving this piece right here, the only one I have to work with. So in this case, I already have, the white's not on top. So again, I can move this piece out while I bring this edge piece up. And now I've, again, kept this intact. I've got these pieces out. Now it's all up here. So bringing this piece to the unsolved edge, I know that the green is up top and the orange is facing out, which would mean by moving this piece up, I'm not bringing any piece out. So again, I do want to urge you and say, like, if you're getting frustrated at the fact that there's really like no algorithm for this stuff. I mean, yeah, I suppose I could show you a three-step algorithm to hammer a piece in, but it really comes down to just being more intuitive. What I really wanted to highlight on was, when you're hammering a piece in, it's just keep in mind that you don't want to have, you want to hammer you want to get, again, the edge piece over the corresponding button. So if this top sticker is red, you want it to be over there, so you can bring this edge up and bring it down. Also, when you're trying to get pieces in, you want to also be aware that you don't want the white sticker facing up, because again, so it's really going to be your point to, bring the pieces, out so you can perform, better. So yeah, so with that said, hopefully this video brought some insight on how to perform the first two layers. Again, this was a tough video to make in a sense, because I do want to clarify that there are lots of ways to perform F2L. Obviously, there's so many different ways and so many different situations that could happen. So it is intuitive. So again, the biggest takeaways are going to be, again, how to determine which side of the cube to hammer in the piece. Again, the greens, and also keeping the whites off the top if your top cross is in fact white. So with that said, hopefully this video brought some insight as to how to perform F2L. Hopefully you're able to do it and can practice it. It's gonna take practice, lots of practice, especially to work up your speed. So with that said, hopefully you get better. Hopefully I had something to do with it. If not, definitely give me your feedback on ways that I could have improved this video. If you think this is the greatest thing ever, go ahead and share it. But other than that, again, there'd be more videos to come. But I definitely wanted to break down some more fundamentals. So yeah, so with that said, hopefully you become a better cuber. So anyways, I'll stop there while I'm ahead. All right, till next time, talk to you later.